Mike Paralack here to talk to you. So, making this video for the benefit of my subscribers that want to know the conclusion of the situation with my father. My father is about to be deleted from this world. About an hour or so ago, I jotted down a bunch of notes that'll make up this video I'm making now. But I called the person, Tamara. I'm not going to say their last name. It's a guardian representative of the place wherever he's at. 4-hour drive. Anyways, I called her and I thanked her. Her only objective was to inform family that this guy not going to be around too much longer, maybe a couple of days. That was her objective, so I honestly thanked her for that. But I also explained that it would make sense that his death would be under chaotic circumstances, just as his life was. This is a man who destroyed the lives of my two sisters, almost destroyed my life, probably had a hand at destroying certain aspects of my life. The odds are not in my favor. I'll never know the joys of family, fatherhood, that kind of thing. Not to mention the many dogs' lives this guy destroyed at his convenience. But 4-hour drive. Nope. I'm not going to drive 4 hours to watch this man die. I'm not going to do it. What would that accomplish? I mean, aside from being one more final burden on me, a kind of final sacrifice on my part, I won't do it. I only got one more vacation day from my first job, a week vacation. So my last vacation day from my job, I'd rather go for a 4-mile jog because that'd be better for me. I have a confession to make. I haven't jogged 4 miles since I started this promotion at my new job because I backward rationalized that this job is physically demanding enough. I don't need to jog anymore. Yeah, I was just using the job as an excuse. No, 2 times a week at least. One in the middle of the week in the evening, and then one in the morning, either Saturday, Sunday morning. I can do that, and that will be better for me going forward. But I'm not going to sacrifice my final vacation day to drive 4 miles and watch this guy, my father, die. That's pointless. I work 2 jobs. I'll take this opportunity to apologize to my sister. Unlike me, you don't work 2 jobs, so if you can arrange, or the man in your life can arrange a ride so you can go see him and watch him die, hey, more power to you. But I'm not gonna waste my time and effort, my precious time and effort on this earth. That man already wasted a lot of my, including 6 years of my childhood. That man wasted. But I did have to look up the term hospice care before I made this video. But making this video, I won't deny, is kind of my way of dealing with it. Much like Daniel Tiger's way of dealing with Bobby Kennedy's was just stay there at his clock. Remember that episode from 1968 of Mr. Rogers, where Mr. Rogers addresses, the Bobby Kennedy assassination, and Martin Luther King too, because they happened, pretty close to each other in 1968. But I thought that was awesome that children's show addressed that issue. That was Daniel Tiger's way of dealing with the fact that man killed that other man. Well, making this video is my way of dealing. Mr. Rogers swims. Well, I jog. They say Mr. Rogers was an advocate, had a membership at the Y, and I really don't have working 2 jobs. I would prefer to swim, but I can't, so I'll jog 4 miles, so twice a week. Shortly before, the end of his life, which will be, my understanding, sometime in the next couple of days, But in his towards the end of his life, he was institutionalized. I talked about this before. Yeah, long overdue. That was That was one of Reagan's mistakes. It was mistakes. I don't know if the Democratic Party had a hand at this. Maybe they did. I think they probably did, but I could be wrong. I mean, it was the 1980s. The Democratic Party wasn't too far gone yet, but. But yeah, the whole philosophy was, mentally handicapped people should be with their families. Yeah, mentally handicapped people should be with their families, said the, rather coalition decided that this was best. No, I say make mental institutions great again. I can share a personal memory. There was a damn near blind guy, blind homeless man. My grandparents would let him live in a trailer in the alleyway of our house. And I, 13, 14 years old, had to read this guy his mail. Because my grandparents let him get his mail to the other house too. So this homeless blind guy, I would have to read him his mail. And oftentimes they would be letters from his family, basically telling him, you've taxed beyond. You've overtaxed us. We're not giving you any more money. You're on your own. No. Mentally ill people do not belong with their families. Sometimes mentally ill people belong in an institution. And I remember because years later, my mom asked me to tear the trailer down, which I did. I got if I remember correctly, I got $60 for all the scrap aluminum. Plus, I found $10 in change and a roll of quarters, which was another $10. All of this blind guy obviously left him there. But the point being, mentally ill people do not belong with their families. Like the Reagan administration, I guess, in the 80s said so. So that's it's same thing with friggin' other hardcore issues of our political world, the social world. They make excuse after excuse. So everybody can be a victim. Everybody's a victim. No. This world is hard and this world is cold. And if you can't deal with it, then you should probably live in an institution where the world don't have to deal with you. Except for to feed you, maybe. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. This will be YouTube journal entry number 54, I guess. But, yep. I'm just taking care of me now. And I'm not interrupting my life to drive 4 miles to watch this loser die. No, I ain't doing. I hope he finds peace in the afterlife. I hope he finds peace. I hope they declare him Prince of Sweden and all this BS I had to listen to from him my whole life since I was a kid. Oh, we're royalty, but our ancestors played with the poor kids, and the king didn't like that. It's one of many BS stories I had to listen to from this guy since far back as childhood. Mike Perlak. Prayers for everyone.